Hello, everybody. We're so impromptu, but we are live. All right, and the reason we're live is so I can switch back and forth between my camera, front facing and rear facing camera. Where are we at with the Tango? The the vector file. Okay, the vector file takes on the assumption of the background here. Okay, which is white in this particular instance. This has also been lifted up so you can actually see that this has got some kind of terrain. Now, the other ones are not going to have that. They will be on the fuchsia background. They will have the purple eyes and the black pupils like you see here. Okay. Um, my problem is that the original vector file got lost, guys. I don't know what happened to it, but it got lost back when Zippy Print converted to ABC Printing, and then from ABC Printing to Hub City. Um, so I don't know what flavor they are this week, but the vector file got lost. So I migrated to a different embroidery specialist, and that's where we are. That's where we are right now. Um, I'm seeing 2 o'clock or 5 minutes after two. So, 2 a.m. So it's just as soon as I am able to get down there to get the completed logos for the Tango. I will go down there and pick them up. She hasn't called yet, so I don't know where we're at with that. I did try to call her today. So that's where we're at right now. I have not uploaded a video in quite some time, so I decided I would go ahead and give you guys a little bit of, a sneak peek of what I've been doing with this sewing machine. So I don't have editing software, so I have to cover my mouth when I have to drop the F bomb. Now, let me show you what's going on and why this sewing machine is so temperamental. All right, to the front side. What we have, let me take the light source off it, right here by my thumb, as you can see. This thing has been dropping stitches. You can see that my sewing needle passes freely up underneath the thread, and the thread is not ducked down into this hole. Okay, what's the cure for that? Give me just a second and I'll get some thread here. I had a piece of thread already pre-cut. Can't find it, so let's get some more. Come on out of there. All right. Just bear with me, guys. So what we're going to do is thread this needle. This is a curved needle known to anybody in the trade. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to trap that thread. Let me put a source of light back on it. See how badly that distorts everything. Oh yeah, real good. Alright, so I'm going to come to the top of this, which is on the other side of this thread. You can hear that? That's how I know that I'm on the other side. And we're going to drop this needle right down through and hold that and come back and get the other side of this thread. Thread the needle again. This is what you call a quick fix. Alright, now the first time I came through, we got autofocus issues, guys. I'm so sorry. I hate this thing. What I need is a 4K camera. Alright, so we went to the back side. Now we're going to go to the front side. Drop the needle back down through there. And our objective is to do this. If you guys can watch what I'm about to show you. If you guys can watch just over there, right there in the center of the screen there. We're going to pull that thread down and we're going to tie off on the back side. Do you see what that does? It actually pulls that thread down just above my thumbnail. It pulls that thread down into where it's supposed to be. What happened is the bobbin didn't catch it. So anyway, and I'm showing you this on a piece of scrap material. I'm just tying off right now, guys. Just bear with me. I'll be back with you in a second. You do want to make sure that you're catching something on the underside so that now that you can see what's going on here, where we were and where we are. So now that has, it actually, I don't know if you can tell it or not, but the crater is deeper right there where I've tied off. But I would rather have it pulled down into that crater than to have that one piece where it's just got a long stitch and just miss that hole completely. What happens is the hook does not catch it on the bottom side, which is infuriating. I mean, more than infuriating, it actually just makes me sick. So I forced the machine just now to drop that stitch. And one of the ways you can do that is, you know, when the needle goes down into fabric, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I don't assume anything, so I'm going to show you with a regular sewing machine needle. When the needle comes down, well, let me tell you at least about the characteristics of the needle first. On this side, right here, bring it back into focus, guys. But on this side there is a relief, okay, on the shaft of the needle. That relief is just enough for the bobbin to catch this right here, or what they call the hook. As the hook comes around, and you don't see this because it's on the bottom. We're going to show you on this right here. So the needle comes down into the material, okay? And just as soon as it comes back on its upstroke, watch what happens. Do you see the slack right there? The slack in the thread on the bottom side. There's slack on both sides on this because the other elements are not in play. But if you pull this side right here and try to extract the needle, it'll come out. But the reason I'm showing you all this is so that you can see the slack that develops in that thread. The hook comes and catches that and turns it and twists it. And then the needle comes out clean with the thread still in it, but ready to go into the next hole. Alright, and just before it comes out, now you can see right here where I have left of the thread in there from the previous engagement. Then it develops more slack, and you can see the little hole, that thread right there, and then this next thread, which is the current hole that I'm messing with. So once you pull that out, then it goes to the next one. This is the strangest thing too, because basically what you can do is, if you have what they call a sewer's tent awl, tent maker's awl, you can do this right here, and all that thread will stay in there, and then you just take your needle and thread and just connect all the loops, and then go back and then pull all of your thread tight, And rather than the thread coming out, it just makes it really nice and tight in there. And then you have a seam. Alright, but anyway, I'm sorry it disconnected because I'm looking at the signal bars here and it's not too grand. I'm not sure exactly why, but I've only got 1, 2, 3 bars of LTE, and normally I've got 5. So other than this thing actually heating up when I'm doing a live broadcast, this thing will actually lose its signal. So I've got 2 challenges. One of these days I'm going to have to get cable or a dedicated phone line. But that's what the sewing machine has been doing and why it's been down for the last week and a half. I had to replace a cam, retime it, and once the timing was set, then I had an advance or retard on the settings down underneath. This is not like a FAF or a Juki. This is a little bit more complicated than a FAF or a Juki. It has less moving parts but no clutch, which FAF and Juki have. Consew has. You know what? There's a hair in my glasses and I can't seem to. Take the glasses off, dummy. There you are. Gotcha. Anyway, all that being said, I am eagerly anticipating the arrival of the logos for the Tango guys. I'm not just sitting around twiddling my thumbs and all that kind of stuff. We are actually keeping busy and trying to keep the doors open of the shop by taking on new jobs and other jobs. The 34 coupe is almost done. I'll be doing a video series on that once it's finally done, but we're within a week of completion of that, and this old boy is wanting to get paid, so as soon as that is done, I'll do the video series on it. He still has a lot of wet sanding. He's got a lot of clear coat runs that he has to wet sand. Then he's got to buff it out and then gloss it and wax it, and there's a lot of stuff that's got to be done. Right now, I'm dealing with the wiring up underneath the carpet, and that's no easy task. And as soon as I get the wiring done, then I've got to do the kick panels. The kick panels have got to go in. The headliner, I've got the headliner done. There is a wash plate where there was actually a notch in the headliner shell for a windshield wiper. They're not going to use windshield wipers. They're going to use Rain-X, and if it's a rainy day, he's probably not even going to be driving that thing. So no windshield wipers. Kind of laughed to myself, thinking that what's going to happen if he's out there on the highway and all of a sudden it starts raining. And if you are not a firm believer in Rain-X, you should probably try Rain-X because, and then Rain-X really only works if you're in motion, because the wind actually helps the rain droplets just, blow off of your windshield rather than accumulate and coat. It blows it off and, beads up and rolls off your windshield. But it only works when you're underway. So, as soon as I get that done, then we got to bounce back over to the Cabo, which is a 45-foot Sportcraft fishing boat. I've got the mezzanine cushions on that deck to finish. I've got to do the couch or the sofa and the parlor, which is the L-shaped sofa, and that's not going to be an easy task. So, we've got to get that done. And as soon as I get that done, to get paid on that. What else? Then I got to go to Sportsman Marina over there in Orange Beach and go pull all the cushions off a center console. That's going to be fun. But anyway, that's where we're at on the Tango, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a 16 minute, we're nigh on 16 minutes. So, Thanks for watching. If you guys are wanting the updates for the Tango, just, send some comments down here to this video right here. But Thursday night, we should be going back live again, and we'll be back in build mode for the Tango. But until then, y'all have a good one.